Alright, welcome back. We've matched LVT today. They did some interesting bands. They went for 148 diversity with a red mags band and a doom band and a ghost band. So my team's going to be S99, Warlock, and Anti-Venom. Pretty excited that I get to use R5 S99 again today. And I'm going to be starting out on Path 4 in Section 1. Now I was going to have Wong on 23 as well, but with it being Memorial Day weekend, some people were busy, and I wasn't able to get through Node 19, my mini fight, this Chavez here. So we ended up having Water take Wong instead. He did an excellent job, so thank you to him. My first fight here, this Dragonman, the node has insult to injury on it, so I don't want to stay too close to him for too long because the ability accuracy reduction is defensive, and that can affect me pausing my debuffs. So I don't necessarily want to do the normal Spidey style where I'm hitting his block a ton. I'm just going to do combos, hit his block, switch it up, try to land a parry when he has his power charge active, and I don't want to remove it by letting him hit me because that will apply a debuff. So just going to do everything I can to keep the weaknesses off me for as long as possible during the fight. So I only have the heal block debuff, and it keeps it at a 15% reduction. And he's going to go down nice and easy. Next up, I got this Chavez, and this fight's not going to go as I expected it to. So I didn't realize that the protection was going to remove the wither at the start of the fight. So it removes it, and I go to hit her block, and I look up, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, that changes things. And then she decides to throw a heavy here, so I'm like, great. The most awesomest champ in the game is going to get all heavy happy with me. So my plan for this fight was originally to build up some ruptures, work my way to Special 2 with the Wither on, because I have increased combat power rate, then knock her down, Special 2, fight's over, right? So I knock her down here with the protection off, but now she almost has 2 bars of power, and she has negative zone open, so can't push her to a Special 2 because it'll be unblockable, and that's just a bad time. So gotta bait these specials out of her, but again, I don't want to push her to a Special 2, get hit there. Thank God she ended her combo short to chain it into a special. She has me backed into the corner. Gotta love the Chavez AI. Just playing out of my corner here. And I'm just going to launch this Special 2 with protection up. It's going to remove the protection, and down she's going to go. A little bit of a sketchy fight, but I made it out of it. Next up here is Paco in Section 2, Path 4 again. So I put Suicides on because I'm in the middle of the Adam Warlock arena grind, and I didn't think that our S3 was getting done till Sunday. So I put Suicides back on, figuring I'd do these 2 fights, and then I would go back to my arena grind. And Magneto in S3 ended up becoming open immediately after I switched Suicides back on, so then I had to take them off again, do the fight, and then put them back on again. But my plan for this fight was to parry and get my infection up initially before starting my hits with a PS1, Suicides, power back boosts, the works. That way I can keep him power drained if he has willpower, and he did. And then pretty much just cycle my Special 2s, try not to let him throw a single special in the fight. And next up here I have this Kingpin. I have a Wags pre-fight from Kills, aka Juan. And same basic strat for this one, except it's easier because Kingpin has his own debuffs on him pretty much constantly. So once you get the infection up, as long as he has willpower, which he does, you're just constantly going to be power draining. So if you can prevent him from throwing a special, that's great. If not, stick to baiting the Special 1, and then just keep up your infection, SP2 cycle, and pretty much a relatively easy fight. Kingpin specials aren't too difficult to just get out of the way of. You don't even really have to dex them. And yeah. Alright, and last up here is Mags on 53. So I removed everything in my proficiency tree for masteries, so I do not have the parry mastery active, just in case I need to go for a parry. It's not going to reflect it on me. And That's normally what I do here with Chavez when she's here. But this red mag's decided to be very, very aggressive. So he's pushing me back into my corner, hitting his block, doing my Spidey thing. I'm getting power from my ruptures because the node is polka dot power. And again, he just wants to keep coming forward. So I land an intercept there. Again, trying to get myself out of the corner. Bait this special out of him. I don't want to push him to special 2. And he just wants to keep coming. So wait out the unstoppable after the heavy. Counter with the special 2 to get myself out of the corner there. And once again, we are in the corner. So I'm gonna get risky there. So I go for the single hit because I have an invuln on. So if he happened to punish that, it would be fine. But I wanted to do that to get the unstoppable off of him and put it on cooldown just in case he kept me trapped in the corner with heavies. I could use the fact that he doesn't have his unstoppable to get out by countering a heavy. And here he doesn't want to keep backing up. So I'm going to intercept him with a special 2 here and just finish it off. And that's all she wrote for my war. So this one's not quite over yet, but I got to leave for a trip, so I got to record this now. I do believe that we have won this one. Not quite sure how it's going to finish, but good luck to LVT for the rest of their season. I like that you guys went for the different bands and took your shot. Sometimes you got to go for it, and I think it was bold that you guys did, and I respect it. So GG's, fellas and lady, and thank you very much for watching.